guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you another segment of Talk with Mons. On today's video I'm going to be talking about 5 changes that you and I need to make before 2020. It's going to be a quick video, not too long, just the 5 tips, some little information on it and what things you can do to help, put these changes in place. So let's get into it. Tip number 1 is saving. Guys, I know saving can be difficult, especially if you're a student or you're not in a good place financially, but if you can save in a position that you can, put aside some money, then do it. There are so many ways that you can save money, whether it be budgeting, whether it be setting up a direct debit or a standing order from your current account into a savings account, whether it is dropping some change or any loose money you have lying around into a money tin. Save as much as you can. I can't reiterate it anymore. For me personally, I have a savings account that I transfer via direct debit from my current account into my savings account, but I've also joined the challenge by Kay on Twitter. I'll leave her social media in my description box below. But what I do is, so the first week of December I'll save in £2 every day. This week I'll be saving £3 every day, so at the end of December I've got a little bit of spare money that I can put into my main savings account for a holiday, a trip, or just a rainy day where I might need to buy something. But if you can save, get into it, do it ASAP. If you need money management help, then there are plenty of templates and there's loads of podcasts. Like I mentioned Kate earlier, she has a pennies to pound podcast on Spotify. Listen to it, learn from it, learn how to save money and also learn how to shop but get more for your money. So spend less money but get more for it, get cash back, get free gifts, stuff like that. Just save as much as you can. Like Kay put a tweet on Twitter where it said 1.5 million people in the UK have less than £100 in savings, which is quite shocking, but again, we don't know people's financial situations. If you started today, you could save £1.82 a day to have £100 in savings by January the 31st of 2020. Save £3.64 a day to have £200 saved again by January 31st 2020. Save as much as you can. It could be 50p a day, £1 a day, £2 a day, whatever you can save. It will all add up. And if you save into a savings account, when you go to your bank and check the best savings account, find something with a good amount of interest. So not only are you putting in, but your bank is putting in also. Go into the year financially strong, financially confident, financially secure. Just put yourself in a better place now for 2020. But yeah, I'll leave Kay's social media in the description box below because she has a lot of information on financial support, finance management, things like that. Guys, saving is so key. Even stuff like takeaways, the little £5 you spend on Chinese or £4 at McDonald's or Turkish, it all adds up. What I would say as an alternative, your favourite takeaway meals, try to cook them yourself. Find recipes online. There's loads of recipes on YouTube. Start shopping at Asda and Lidl. There are cheaper alternatives to Asda and Tesco's and Morrison's and all your big brands like Waitrose and Marks and Spencer's. Try making your favourite takeaways at home, because what you'll find is you'll end up saving money in the long run and it will last longer because you're cooking bigger portions of things like that. So essentially it could be seen as meal prep as well. Meal prep is another way to save your money, because instead of buying lunch at work or buying snacks, you buy fruit on a Sunday or Monday. That fruit will last you a few days. You bring in breakfast from home like oats or cereal to work, you're saving money there. You bring in your packed lunch, you're saving money there instead of spending £4, £5, even £10 on lunch every day at work. Lidl and Aldi are, for me, they're key for shopping. I can get what I'd get in Tesco for £15 for £7, £8 because they are cheaper brands and they still taste just as good. Don't get twisted, just because it's cheaper doesn't mean the quality is downgraded. It is just as good. Like I mentioned before, listening to podcasts, pennies to pound, rice at home podcast, those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head, but they do give you good tips and skills to put you in a better place in a month's time in the new year. And set yourself goals with money. If you know you want to save £100 by January or by February, break down how much I need to save every day, how much I need to save every week, what can I cut back on to make sure that I get this £100 or get this £200. Save your coin, guys. Also, you can plan your purchases in advance. If you know you need to get yourself a couple new outfits, some new trainers, things like that, plan in advance so that when you go into the shop, you're not going to pick up other stuff that you don't need, because all those little 50p purchases, £1 purchases, £2 purchases can make your, let's say, £15 shop into a £30 shop, and we don't really need that, because what you end up is a whole load of stuff that you don't really need, or they have a one-time use. Tip number 2, set yourself goals, realistic goals, smart goals, guys. Like, for me, what I do is every birthday I set myself a goal for the next 12 months to the next birthday, basically. So me, I want to learn how to drive, I want to buy my first car, I want to get my photography business in a good place. I set myself goals, not tolls. I set myself goals so that I can make those things happen, like saving money to buy certain things in my photography business, revising for my theory test, doing a certain amount of driving lessons so that I can pass on practical. It's all about setting yourself goals, but also smart ones, so being realistic. So I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to pass my driving test in a month if I haven't done any lessons in 3 months. It's also about time management, so making sure that, do I have enough time to complete this goal or achieve this goal by May? Am I doing the right things? Guys, just make sure that when you're setting your goals that they're very realistic and that you're not doing too much all at once, and don't put all your goals close together. Give yourself enough time to dedicate all the things that you need to do to achieve that goal. Just think about it, guys. It's just about thinking and knowing, what can I do in my current situation to reach the goal that I need to. Tip number 3, this one is creating a habit. So a lot of us, we all want that summer body, me included. I put my hands up, I want a summer body, but are we doing the right things to get that summer body? Are we doing the right things to launch our business? Are we doing the right things to get this grade at uni or at college? What we need to do is create the right habits. So it might be reading, it might be exercising more, it might be detoxing from social media or food wise, it might be a whole host of things. One example, if it's exercise and I know I want to lose 2.5 stone, if I'm having takeaway twice a week and I'm drinking nothing but fizzy drinks, is it going to happen? What we need to do is think about, what can I put in place to reach this goal? So for exercise, like I mentioned, I need to get myself in the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I need to do home workouts, walk more instead of taking Uber and TFL unnecessarily, drinking water, cutting out the fizzy drinks, drinking herbal teas. And it sounds harder than we think, but I think it takes 21 days or 31 days to create a habit. So if you keep pushing yourself to go to the gym for 21 or 31 days, or you keep pushing yourself to practice my skills at photography or being an athlete or things like that, if you take the time out to push yourself and do these things, creating a habit will be nothing. In a month's time or in 3 months' time, when you're going gym every day, or you're eating clean every day, or you're drinking water every day, or you're rehearsing every day, or you're training every day, it'll be like, wow, I can't believe I've come from not wanting to do this to not living without it. Guys, create these habits. If it's to read books or you want to learn more knowledge, set aside 30 minutes a day. It could be 30 minutes in the morning, it could be 30 minutes before you go to sleep. If you want to create a habit of not being on social media so much, maybe deactivating every couple of months or so, give yourself a social media cleanse. Pick up a skill, learn something new that you've always wanted to do. Guys, just get into these habits, because trust me, in the long run, you'll love it. Like, I know there's less than 31 days now to the end of the year, but just get yourself into the scheme of doing these things, because we all want to be better. We all want to be a top photographer, top musician, top athlete. Like, get into your trade, get into these habits, like, better yourself, guys. Just do it. Tip number 4, stop procrastinating. Guys, yes, I know it's easier said than done. I know there's always hot topics on Twitter, or all these funny pages on Insta, or great YouTubers on YouTube, but don't let what you like get in the way of things that you need to do. don't let social media or parties or all these other motives get in the way of you getting your work done for college or for uni, because what will happen then, your grades will start to slip as a result of you not giving it enough time. If you know you're not working more under pressure, do not leave your work until the last minute. Like, it gets you absolutely nowhere. Any free time that you do have, use it to discover yourself or acquire a new skill. If you want to learn more about marketing or money management, maybe book yourself onto a course or a free course, or use that time to do 30 minutes on YouTube to just read up on or learn about different things and the skills you want to acquire. Or if you want to do photography, go out into the park and take pictures. Go into Central and take pictures. Like right now, if you're into photography and videography, there's a lot of things going on in Central, a lot of pretty lights, a lot of displays and stuff that you can go and practice your skills on. Yeah, just even get yourself a side hustle. If you know you want to earn extra income or get another stream of income, think about what can I do, plan it, then think what can I put in place to do, instead of procrastinating and thinking, just being on Twitter, scrolling down the timeline, kiki and all of that. Acquire a new skill, do better for yourself, or rest up. If you're tired, rest. Don't just be on Twitter scrolling or be on Snapchat snapping for no reason. Like, it's pointless. Stop procrastinating, guys. Let's, you know, do something new, acquire a new skill. 2020 is the year of manifesting greatness into your life. So drop out procrastinating and do something new, do something fun, guys. Even if it's chilling with your friends, spending more time with them, do it. And the last tip, last but not least, tip number 5 or change number 5, look after yourself. Self-care, what we need to get into the habit of, especially for the new year, because it's a lot of change. Take time out to make sure that you're okay before anybody else okay. Make sure that you're okay, because you know, no one can look after you better than yourself. No one knows you better than yourself. Maybe take a couple hours out every weekend, or even a day every weekend, and read a new book, watch a new film, have your favourite hot drink or alcoholic beverage or soft drink, order yourself something nice. I'm not saying every week or 2 days a week, just take a little time out every so often and take a little break. If you're doing some work, look after yourself, make sure that you're good. If it's possible, try to build up a good support system for yourself, so when you do have a down day or you feel like the self-care is not enough, that you have people, genuine, honest people that you can turn to. Face masks are lovely. You can get cheap face masks from Superdrug. You can even look online, find some face masks for yourself and use that. Help yourself feel a little bit better. Go for a walk, clear your mind. Go for an exercise, clear your mind. That also helps with creating a habit of getting yourself fit, if that's one of your goals. Have a social media detox if you need to, but guys, look after yourself. Self-care is key. Self-love is key. So guys, I hope these 5 tips and these 5 changes are stuff that you can incorporate into your life from today onwards, so that by 2020, even if it's not a habit, it's something that you want to do, something that you're happy to do. And I hope I've just helped you out just a little bit, guys. But thank you guys for watching my video. If you've gotten this far, please like, comment, subscribe and share to all your friends and family, guys. Bye.